This video follows the Classic A Gaff rig yachts in the recent Perpetual Guardian Classic Yacht Regatta, with 5 races sailed from Friday, February the 21st to Sunday the 23rd. The first race was on a Friday afternoon with a nice westerly breeze of 15 to 20 knots. I was sailing aboard Rafferty, so shots of other yachts were mostly around the start of the race. The gun went at 3:55 and we were off, with the fleet all running kites if they had them. It was windy enough to not have topsails set. There were 5 Gaffers in the A division, being Rafferty 1905, Ariki 1904, Rainbow 1898, Rawene 1908 and Natira 1904. Natira is a Charles Bailey Jr. design, with the rest being Logan designs. Being aboard Rafferty, we were flying down the harbour, so filming was constrained to onboard footage as we built a healthy lead. On the beat-up wind, the black cloud signalled more wind, and skipper Peter Brooks kept Rafferty powering forward despite the rather large angle of heel. Rafferty took the win with Ariki second and Rainbow third over the line. Saturday the 22nd had 2 races scheduled, with the start out by Northern leading. A beautiful day on the Waitematā with the usual southwesterly from 12 to 20 knots.
First start is at 1100 hours, which is Division 5, followed by Divisions 1 and 2, starting at 1105. Have a lovely sail.
It was a fairly even start off the line, with Ariki using her twin headsail to good effect and making good pace upwind to lead at the windward mark from Rainbow and Rafferty. The downwind leg saw Rafferty with her spinnaker make steady gains. It was a great sight to see the yachts on the tight lead across to Rangitoto Buoy, all power and spray. Rafferty took the gun ahead of Ariki and Rainbow, but Rainbow wasn't far behind and took out the handicap win.
Race 3 will start at 1:30. 13:30 will be the first start time, and the course number is course 20. Enjoy your race.
By the afternoon race, the wind had built, so the yachts were fully pressed upwind. Ariki got the jump again, but Rainbow was sailing well and was just ahead of Rafferty at the first mark. Nātira just headed Rawene for the downwind run all the way out to Mackenzie Buoy. Rafferty had her usual downwind speed and clawed back the lead. Although Ariki picked the right shifts and managed to pass back on the wind. You can see Ariki pulling the headsail sheet is a fully manual operation. Great crew work in the strong breeze. A tussle ensued around Narrow Neck Buoy, with Rafferty getting the better of a three-way boat tangle close to the mark. Again, on the tight lead across to Rangitoto Buoy, it was all pace and power. Being the last race of the day, the finish was off Auraki, with Auraki holding on for the win from Rafferty by 34 seconds, followed by Rainbow, Rawene and Nātira. Rainbow took out the handicap win ahead of Nātira. Sunday had a quiet start, with yachts left waiting for the forecast southerly to develop. Time for a rainbow crew photo. After about an hour, the wind came in enough to get the racing underway. Fortunately, the lighter winds and reduced seaway allowed for the drone to be deployed for overhead shots. With topsail set and full sail, Rafferty was all powered up to take the lead from Rainbow, Rawene and Ariki. By the time the drone had landed, the fleet were reaching back to Motu Korea. Rafferty maintained her good lead, with the others in hot pursuit. Rawene were busy setting all the sail they could muster. Nātira looked every bit of grace under sail, looking splendid after her 5-year refit. Back on the wind, the fleet made a perfect line-up for the camera. Line order was Rafferty, Auraki, Rainbow, Nātira and Rawene, with handicap honours going to Nātira. The wind for the last race of the regatta built slowly, providing ideal sailing conditions. All the yachts got a pretty even start. It was just a matter of getting good boat speed and picking the shifts. Rafferty just turned at the windward mark ahead of Ariki and Rawini. With all downwind sails flying, the fleet looked marvellous from up high, with the beautiful islands of the Gulf in the distance. On the long beat back up to the finish, the city skyline provided another beautiful backdrop to the marvellous Classic fleet. Hard to believe Rainbow was launched 127 years ago and is still plying the waters of her home harbour. Across the line it was Rafferty, Ariki, Rainbow, Rawini and Ngatira, with Rainbow taking another handicap win. The overall regatta result was a win to Rainbow on handicap, followed by Rafferty, and equal scores for Ngataki and Ariki, with Rawini in 5th place. Prize giving was held on the Sunday evening, with the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron humming.